welcome back to Caro's Court. Today I'm interviewing my former teammate, Jewel Spear. We both played with each other at the University of Tennessee, and Jewel is now currently playing in Sweden, and she's having a really great season. She's averaging 17.7 points right now, and she's shooting 56% from the field goal range and almost 43% from three-point field goal range. And I'm just going to mention that she's also shooting 92% from free throws. So she's shooting the ball well, and she's also helping her team. They're having a great season as well, and I've been able to talk to her about her season. She's having a great time, but I want to hear a little bit more and let you guys hear some more. So, without further ado, welcome Jewel to Caro's Court.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I also love the pink. I think it's very suiting for.
Yeah, we didn't even plan this at all. So
No, we didn't, but it's good to see you again. Me and Jewel also just took a little trip to Copenhagen. It's
it's
closer to her than it is me, but it was really fun.
very
Yeah.
fun.
So, what are you up to today? Did you have practice? Are you about to have practice?
No, so we are actually off today. We had practice the past 2 days, but since it's still like the national team break,
Mhm.
we've been trying to find days where we can push the intensity, but also like lay off a little bit because we have one more regular season game on Friday, and then a week from then we have playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. It's coming to an end, but it definitely has been a long season. And for those of you that do follow my page, I did cover the national team break. It is for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, and it's been 3 weeks for me since we last played a game. Is that the same for you? Or,
No, I think we played like a week and a half ago.
okay,
So the break would only be 2 weeks.
yeah.
So
All right, so it
mhm.
is still quite a bit for us as college players. I guess, I mean, I honestly would compare it to the SEC tournament to NCAA tournament, but that's cool. You also have a game coming up on Friday, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is it going to be a big opponent for you, or is it someone that you've beaten before? Tell me about
Yes. So we actually played them in the pregame, preseason.
it.
We played them like my first game, my first pro preseason game. So that was
Hmm.
cool. And then we played them earlier in the year and we won at their place. So now we're playing at home, which is cool.
Hmm.
And they are, I believe, second in our league. So it will be another competitive game. We've locked up the first place in our league. So that's going to be very helpful for when we go to playoffs and have like home court advantage. So it'll still be a really competitive game on Friday.
Nice. Congrats on first place, by the way. That's a big accomplishment. And yeah, those preseason games are no joke, honestly. Like I'm thinking back to my first couple preseason games and like, when you're going from high school to college, obviously you only have, maybe the one preseason scrimmage where you're kind of thrown into the fire. But I feel like I was very much thrown into the fire when it came to playing over here. How was it for you?
No, I would say the same thing. Like the physicality is there. I think it's kind of similar to the SEC. I can kind of compare it to. The tempo in this league is really fast, and we have like a lot of international players that are from like either Denmark, the States, um, in different areas, different countries. So it's been very competitive, but it was definitely eye-opening the first preseason game because obviously you're with a new team. You get over here around September, so you only have like 2 to 3 weeks to kind of prepare, and you can only prepare so much, right? So I think it was a good experience as well, because it's just putting your foot in the door and then seeing like what this is about. And I've seen like I've improved so much from that game.
Hmm. Exactly. And I kind of wish that we did that in college, like had a little bit more. I mean, especially with how, I mean, I can't imagine it now, but when we were back in college, just how different your teams were year after year, like whether it be the transfer portal or new freshmen coming in, like you're constantly having to adapt. And I feel like just having a summer training together doesn't necessarily like
Fix everything or get you.
dictate, yeah, what exactly the team is going to look like come game
Mhm.
time. So I think it's
Yeah.
cool. I guess my next question, kind of on the same lines, is um, did you find yourself having to adjust much about your game in order to play over here? Like, okay, you said that it's very fast paced, and I know that you definitely played very fast paced your last year at the University of Tennessee. But can you tell me a little bit about either the play style or different rules that maybe caught you a little bit off guard, or even like
Oh
different
yeah,
moves
that's
that you're using, just stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say for the rules is I like this rule, but it was one I kind of had to adjust to is after you turn over the ball or something, you just drop the ball and you keep playing. Like obviously you drop the ball, the other team takes it out. You
Okay,
haven't
okay.
done that. Have you done
No,
that rule? Oh
no.
wow. So like at least in our league, say I'm making a move, right? And I
Uh-huh.
travel. The ref
Yeah.
will blow the whistle, and as soon as you hear the whistle, you drop the ball. The other
Oh,
team takes it out to the nearest sideline or baseline, and then we keep playing.
wow. No, that
Yeah.
that would be very
So it's very fast paced.
yeah,
Yeah. So
that'd be a
it
lot to
was
adjust to.
an adjustment, but I like it because you can catch the other team off guard, but it also allows the game to keep going
Hmm.
instead of like having to like stop. Or like say I'm
Yeah.
dribbling and it gets tipped out of bounds and they say it's out on me and it's the other team's ball, they
Mhm.
take it out of bounds and just go. They don't hand it to the ref and we
Okay.
wait. We just keep going. So that was one rule I would say I have to adjust to. And then within the team, I'd say like play style wise, yes, the fast is very similar to what I was used to last year. How
Hmm.
we like to score in transition, have a lot of freedom to get downhill, make plays. We have a structure, like a base offense, where we're allowed to read off each other, which helps a lot. But defensively, I would say the biggest adjustment was um, like we want chaos. Like
Hmm.
I think we wanted chaos last year at Tennessee, but this is like a different type of chaos where if your opponent catches the ball at the 3-point line, whether they're a shooter or not, you're closing out on them all the way. Like you
Hmm.
want them to keep driving and having to make reads. And I think that was an adjustment to me because when I was first doing like shell defense here, I was closing out short, like just
Hmm.
chopping my feet. And my
Yeah.
coach was like, no, run them off the line. Like, I don't care. Get them off the line, make them make a dribble. It's okay if you get beat because then we're gonna have early rotation. So
Yeah.
that was a huge adjustment team wise because I'm like, I don't want to just get beat on defense. Like I'm trying to take pride in my defense, but then it's like, hey, because then we know we need to rotate. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, then and it's been working. So
Yeah. Hey, if it works, right? That's good to hear. I mean, it just shows how different it is from country to country. I haven't heard from our other teammate Sarah. She plays in Finland. She didn't talk about that rule, and obviously here it's not the case. So that's really insightful. Thank you for telling me. I guess outside of basketball, maybe tell me a little bit about the differences in living in a different country and even just living in your city. What's that been like?
okay, so I'm a girl from Texas, right?
Yeah.
I played in college at North Carolina, go at Wake Forest in North Carolina, and then at the University of Tennessee. So East Coast, kind of Knoxville, East Coast weather. So experienced a little snow, but here I experience snow every day.
Yes.
So imagine living in -10-degree weather, from like November to February, early February.
Hmm.
-10 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit
Yeah.
almost every day. Lots of snow, ice. So learning how to walk in ice without falling, having some near slip accidents.
Yeah.
But it's been very beautiful, I can say, like very cold, but very beautiful.
Mhm.
My coach told me when he first recruited me, he was like, I'm just gonna be honest, it's cold. And it snows a lot. He said the hardest time is November. And it's so hard in November, and I experience this now or in November I experienced it, is it gets so dark. So out here, we're so close to the Arctic Circle, and we're like the northern part of Sweden, that I was only getting like 2 to 2.5 hours of sunlight in November for 30 days straight. And,
Uh-huh.
and a little bit longer because it goes from like November to the beginning of December, where I'm
Mhm.
only getting 2.5 hours of sunlight. So I'm having to take like vitamin D consistently, but like your mood changes, of course, especially when you're used to like 90-degree weather in Texas, sunlight.
Yeah.
You're already far from home, so it's just like your whole mood changed. So I say I had seasonal depression. I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
But I could definitely feel my mood changed a little bit. Like I just felt a little bit more like blah blah blah. But once the sun has now started coming up and it's gotten warmer, it's around like 35 degrees Fahrenheit. So now this feels like spring to me out here. So
Exactly.
I'm enjoying it much more. But yeah, it's a small city, so I don't have a car or anything. I kind of walk to everything. Um, some restaurants, and stuff like that. It's hard for me to kind of like enjoy nature because it's so cold. So I can't really just go outside, go to a beach. There's not really a beach here or
Yeah.
anything like that. So I just go outside and enjoy the snow.
hmm And there is more daylight now, or
Oh
we were
yes,
more?
it's so much
Okay.
more. So now we're at the point where it the sun rises around like 5:45 a.m. and it
Okay.
sets around 5:30
Oh,
p.m.
yeah. Talked about going to some of the restaurants in town. Do you have, I know we talked about it a little bit more privately, but what are some of your favorite dishes that you've had, and how different is it than anything that you've had in the US?
Man, I could tell you my favorite restaurants. I've explored so much, like the restaurants out here, and I'd say the food is healthier out here, like overseas. I
Yeah.
don't think that kind of surprises anybody, but it's healthier. I do still miss my American food, don't get me wrong, but like a restaurant here I go to fairly often because I'm superstitious. So before every home game, the night before, I go to like this Japanese restaurant called Kazoku, and I get like a glazed salmon with white rice, ginger salad, and another place I like to go to is called like Pasta Bakken. So it has like pasta there. So I'll get like a chicken carbonara,
Mm.
which is very good. Where else have I gone? Some like popular dishes out here. They love fish. They love halloumi. Halloumi, I've tried it the other day. So it's kind of like cheese. It's
Okay.
just cheese,
Hmm.
but it's like fried cheese.
Oh
So they
yeah,
love
I've seen that.
halloumi tacos and stuff like that. They're known, I haven't tried it yet, but they're known for like reindeer and like, I think it's moose. Like, and
Okay.
I guess it's supposed to taste like good steak, but haven't tried it yet. And I don't know if I will,
I
but
don't know. You got to have that before you before you leave.
yeah,
I feel
but
like.
yeah, and then like the sweet treats, they're like known for like a tradition here called fika,
Mhm.
Fika. So it's where typically throughout the whole day you can go get like a pastry and a coffee or pastry tea, whatever. And they're
Mhm.
known for like their cinnamon rolls or the cardamom buns, which I put you on.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I
Cardamom
need those in my life.
love cornbread out here. So I mean, obviously I'm not eating sweets every day, but it's cool to, go out to the coffee shops and see those things. And then
Yeah.
lastly, I would say like everybody knows Swedes are known for their candy. So I've
hmm
tried a little candy here and there, and I'll try and bring some back to the family.
That's really great. And it's nice having the candy is good that you can bring that back because I mean I don't think you're gonna bring a reindeer steak back.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Can you talk about some of your teammates? Did they speak English? Like, does your coach speak English? Was the language barrier ever an issue for you going over there? Anything like
Thank
that?
goodness it wasn't. So English is their second language. They talk a lot of Swedish, but they know like when I'm around or like our other international girl who's from Estonia, they know to talk English as much
Mhm.
as they can. And they talk it really well. They speak it really well. We joke around because I'll come in to practice a couple of times and say a couple Swedish things.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's perfect, but they laugh and they're like they're happy that I'm trying. So
Mhm.
it's been really nice, honestly. Like
Mhm.
I've learned a little bit of Swedish. I can't have a full-on conversation, but I know bits and pieces here, and it's just funny because then I can teach them some like slang words of English, and they're teaching me like six different ways how to say hello. They
Yeah.
say hello six different ways here.
Okay,
And
teach me a few ways because I don't know.
okay, so hey hey, they
Hey,
say it
hey.
twice. Hey
Okay.
hey, and then they say hello, hello.
Okay.
You have to repeat, say hello.
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah.
And hey though is bye.
Okay. Hey though.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then hey son. Hey
Hey,
son is hi.
Okay. Hey, son. So basically,
Uh,
hey.
yes, Haloa. It's so many. Like I've learned how to say thank you is you could say either tak or taksamike. So just stuff like that. It's been very cool to learn like little things. So like when I go to the stores or something, I can just say those little things and feel a part of the culture.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel bad because a lot of the times I'm experimenting at the stores and I'm like, Dobry Den, and then sometimes my accent is good, so they start to have a real conversation. I'm like,
And I'm like,
oh
oh.
no, English, English, please.
So I'm like, do I just say thank you or do I say taksamika? And then like, do I just play along and hopefully they
Right.
don't say something else?
Right. Like normally I'm just like, yes, yes. But they're probably asking me something. So
Exactly.
it
Or
is
or
really
they
cool.
or they think I'm Swedish and I'm like, okay. And they start speaking and I let them finish. I'm like, English, please. They're like, oh, sorry, sorry.
Man. Yeah, one of the things, I mean with basketball, it definitely helps a lot just with us having so much experience with the game, playing for so long. Like you can kind of tell if the coach is pointing this way, like, this is what we're about to do in the drill. But it just seems like so many words end up being like a very short statement in English. Like the coach will be talking
Yes,
for 10 minutes and
yes.
my teammate translates to 2 words. I'm like, okay, he had to have said more than that.
Yes, exactly. Like they'll have a like conversation in practice,
Mhm.
whether it's like maybe like all the Swedish people on one team, like
Yeah.
it just happens to be like that. And then the other team is like me as an American. And then we're talking in English, but then I like look over and I hear them talking in Swedish. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I wonder what they're saying. And then one of my Swedish teammates was like, oh, they just said this, this, and that. And I'm like, that's it.
Right, right. And
I
you're the only
wonder,
American? Are you the only American?
yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
only American, and then I have Estonian, so she
Hmm.
doesn't speak English at all. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm the only American, so
Hmm.
representing out here.
Yep. And you're in it on your own. It's really cool. I mean, I'm really proud of you. I'm happy that you're having such a great season. And I mean, I really don't have any other questions because I feel like this was very informative for me and for everyone that's going to be watching. So I just want to leave you with one more question. And I call it the royal decree because Karos Court is like a royal court. It's also a basketball court. It might be a law court. I don't know. This is the royal decree question, and it's a big one to end out on. So, if you have any advice to give to your younger self or to any younger girls that are looking up to you in the position that you're in, what advice would you give? Any advice, all advice. Go for it.
To my younger self, I would tell my younger self to enjoy every moment. Don't take anything for granted. Time flies by quicker than you expect. So really take those moments with the people that you care about and around you to really cherish it, but also give back to your community, whether that's what you're doing, but also it can be giving physically, or like with your time. So those are things that I want to do, as I continue to develop over time. And then for younger girls, I would say believe in yourself. It goes a long way, because people are always going to have things, their own opinions or things that they have to say. But if you have a small circle of people, family members, friends that you trust, but also just yourself that you put a lot of trust into in the work, you'll be just fine. Don't put any limitations on what you can do in life.
Both really great advices. It's all great advice. I love it. And honestly, I'm going to take your advice too because you're amazing and I'm happy that I could talk to you today. Thank you for
Yes.
joining me on Karo's Court.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah. And good luck to you on Friday. I'm sure it will go great. Um, Always rooting for you and wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. But that's all I have for you today. And I'll
Thank
talk
you.
to you soon.
Thank you.
Guys, if you want to follow Jewel on social media, you can follow her here and follow Kara's Court for all things women's sports. And if you want more interviews like this, bye.